Welcome back to Stories from the River. I am back again as your guest host. I'm Sam Blum. I am joined again by the lovely CX team from Broad River and by two members of the Freshworks team. Thank you for joining us again. On today's episode, Fresh Horizons, we're going to discuss benefits, lessons learned, and what's next. So let's just jump right in.
Welcome to Stories from the River, a show in which we go behind the scenes at Broad River Retail.
So let's talk about how Freshdesk has performed so far, or how we are performing with Freshdesk. Wes, anything you want to share with our listeners?
Yeah, I think, it's been very, very positive that everything coming back from every department was amazing feedback. Again, I know we called out Alicia in the last episode. I'm going to call her out again here. I think that her rallying all the departments through the change management process really, really was beneficial. From a standpoint, we did put a very tight timeline together to get us, prior to the retail season. And we got it all in place before retail season got busy. And here we are now, the first of the year, and things are going very, very well. So just a thank you from the Freshdesk team and from our team, because I think, that the comments that hearing back is just positivity all over the board.
Thank you. If I can just also share with this group and our listeners or viewers that the timeline was developed by Wes. So thank you for applying all of that pressure to us, Wes, to get this project done in such a short amount of time. It was a wonderful challenge for our team. So I really appreciate that.
You're very
welcome. Anita, anything that you want to share with how we're performing with Freshdesk so far? Any feedback from customers you've heard?
Well, ditto to what Wes said, ditto to what you just said. But we've only had very positive feedback from our team members who are using it, our memory makers who are using it. And here's the great thing. We haven't had any complaints or issues from our customers. That's awesome. Because usually, to be honest with you, in the customer service world, you're going to hear about the things that aren't going well, more so than you're going to hear about the things that are going great. So I think the fact that we hasn't been a blip in the process at all. Everything's running smoothly. Of course, there are tweaks and things I think that we'll continue to make as we continue to have those conversations with the other departments and our department, but things are going swimmingly well right now.
Love that. Thank you. If I can just ask you, what has been the biggest win, would you say?
I think the biggest win, in my opinion, is the automations that you and Alicia built, that Patrick taught us, and Lauren and the team showed you guys how to do. But those automations help to decrease mistakes, so we can make sure that the right people are getting the right questions, so they can help customers. That makes us efficient. That makes us quicker to help customers resolve their issues. So to me, that's been one of the best things that has ever done, because we didn't have that in our last platform. And this really helps us to kind of customize and route things the way they need to be routed, which is just a great benefit to everyone using the platform.
Awesome. We have our first light bulb moment, folks. If you listen to the last episode, we have these little light bulb tips and tricks moments. This was just one of them. Mic drop. Okay. Automations that you can dictate for yourself. Amazing tool inside of Freshdesk. You can set up routing for your tickets exactly how you want it to go based on a very wide variety of starting points. You can choose from however you want to start that automation and what's going to kick it off and decide where it's going to go. So thank you for sharing, Anita. Alicia, what would you say the biggest win has been for us?
I agree with Anita, the automations, but it's also the way we set up the form for the agents. There are so many options there were so many options that they could choose from in our last platform. You had to scroll and scroll and scroll and click and click, 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 click over and over. So we wanted to reduce that 1,000%. And now the agents really, depending on how big their screen is, on my screen, it's all in one little area. It's like 5 maybe fields that they have to fill out. They stop at the description, put in their canned response, and hit submit. So simple. And because of the automations, we're able to do that. Because we have less reasons to submit tickets, they have less to look at, less to choose from, and less mistakes to make. So that's a huge win for us. And then on the other side, for the team who aren't maybe entering tickets, but they're viewing a lot of tickets, we have Freddie Copilot, which will summarize the ticket for the person who has to resolve the problem, or someone who has to go in and audit the tickets. They literally can click Freddie Copilot, the little puppy. I just learned it was a puppy not too long ago. I thought it was something else, by the way. Thought it was a fly or butterfly. Anyway, but they can click that and summarize the ticket. So if there's lots of back and forth, they don't have to read it all. All they have to do is click summarize, and it'll give them a quick view of what's happening on that ticket.
So maybe on this episode, it's mic drop moments instead of like light bulb moments, because you just dropped two of them.
Yes.
The Freddie Copilot summary is amazing. Like you said, like AI, are you kidding me? How freaking cool is that?
Yes.
But second, did you say something about canned responses?
Yes.
Can you explain that a little bit more?
I sure can. So, we have what we call like note templates, email templates. So we create what to say, so that they won't go off track and, say some stuff they shouldn't say. We keep it all professional, and we keep it aligned with what the customer's issue is, their order, everything. It's already there. All they have to do is fill in a few little spots, tell what happened, what's the purpose of the ticket, and it's in Freshdesk for them. So literally, they can search what the ticket is about, what the issue is. I kind of connected it to the type and the can response, so it'll make it easier for them.
Perfect. It's like check automations, check Freddie Copilot, check canned responses. It literally has everything you need to make an agent's life easier so that we can take care of our customers faster. Okay.
Yes, and there's more to come.
Yes, and there is more to come. We're going to get to that here in just a minute. Okay, so what advice can you offer our listeners or viewers if they're looking for a customer management platform or a ticketing system for their customer experience? What advice would you give them, Anita?
Make sure that they are speaking to people who understand what they need, right? You need a company, you need partners who want to work for you to get you what you need, and not just present the platform as, how they think that it should work, but they really take your needs into consideration. One of the things that I do love about Freshdesk is that it also has different types of licensing. So we have full license, partial, and collaborators. So I think a company needs to really understand, what their people actually need so that they can get what they need. If everybody doesn't need a full license, there's no need to pay for that, right? Make sure you have those collaborators or just different options that the platform that you're using can show you. So I think that's very important, again, that the platform is fitting your needs and not just showing you a product that doesn't take into account how you do your work.
Another mic drop moment. We're not making ourselves fit into a box. They're customizing their box to fit our needs, right? So, hello, another check. Okay, Lauren, anything you'd like to add?
I feel like Anita and I are on the same thought process today. Because my feedback is spend some time with us, right? Because we can go in and pitch what you'll see on the website. But it's way more meaningful when you see it in your landscape, in your environment. And that's why people like Patrick spend a lot of time asking you some questions, maybe hours of questions. But that's all because we want to have the context for what you're looking for and show it back to you in something that resonates. So that would be my kind of tip there.
Perfect. Thank you. And I'm just going to plug Patrick again because, I love you, Patrick, and the personal experience that you provided for us was the most meaningful thing about this project to me. And I just cannot thank your team enough for putting together this approach to how you deal with your customers or how you service your customers. I would much rather get on a call and answer questions about how we operate so that you can show us how to use the platform most efficiently and effectively for our business than for you to show us the platform the way it was built and that might not fit our needs. So thank you, Lauren, for setting it up that way. And thank you, Patrick, for creating it for us to see visually. It was absolutely amazing. So let's look back a little bit. Is there anything that you might have done differently during the implementation? Anita?
I think I said this in our last podcast also, but Sam and Alicia did a great job of outlining, making sure people knew what was coming, making sure they were meeting with everybody, all of those very important things that really got people engaged and invested in making sure that this new platform would be a success. I think perhaps maybe making sure that we get, when it comes to the integration with other systems, stores, for example, or whatever, that we are starting on that early on, that we know exactly what needs to be done, how long it's going to take, so that doesn't throw any type of roadblock in the way. So just making sure that you've thought through all of the things, the other platforms that it's going to have to link with. Make sure you've thought through those things, that you're working with your own IT department, that's then working with Freshdesk, just to ensure that nothing like that throws a roadblock and slows down the process.
Well said. Alicia, anything you'd like to add?
I agree with Anita. And I would also mention, for those who may be looking into this, if you're moving from one platform to another, don't forget about how long it might take to move all of your tickets from where it was to Freshdesk. Like Anita said, consider that time. And I think that's one thing where we didn't do and we weren't aware. Let me take that back. We weren't aware that we should take it into consideration. So that's a hot tip for you. Make sure you take that in consideration. And also, like, we were so focused on making it right for our end users, our key stakeholders, that we forgot about ourselves a little bit for reporting, like learning how the reports work, being able to help our department leaders have the reports that they need. I wish we would have had more time for reporting, but that's coming. That's going to be a part of our phase 2, where we're going to learn more about reporting. So I'm super excited about that. And I agree with Anita about the licenses, and make sure you don't schedule the launch date when you're having customer service week. Don't do that. Or not customer service week. Don't do it around Christmas or Thanksgiving, because it will be a challenge. I promise you. Trying to fit training in with customer service week happening at the same time was part of the reason why I was sweating all the time. Okay, I think that's all I have to say about that.
So many light bulb moments. I just want to make sure I have them all. Okay, so make sure you invest the time that you need in reporting or anything that's important to you as a leader or as an end user. Make sure you spend the time you need to get what you need, including reporting. Let's see. The stores integration or integrating with any other technology platform, start that early, right? And then, the data migration. If you are moving from one platform to another, just keep in mind that might be a lengthy process. That could roll over into your customer service week. I don't know, but just plan for these things ahead of time. Great tips and tricks, light bulb moments. Love that you shared that. Thank you. Okay, so how is our team, or even the teams that we partner with, continuing to adopt and optimize Freshdesk? Alicia, you want to take that one?
I think you mentioned before that Freshdesk has been so kind to give us a list of all of the features that we aren't using. Gosh, you wouldn't believe how much we get for whatever we paid for. I don't know what it is, but we get so much, and there's so much we're not even using. Our customer support success manager, I know I'm not saying that right, but Uday, he has been so helpful to us with providing us a list. And not only did he provide us a list, y'all, but the list leads you to where to find the information in Freshdesk Help. And let me just tell you, I love Freshdesk Help. I don't think I mentioned this before. I absolutely love it, because when you're in the article, let me tell you, when you're in the article and you don't understand it, it will ask you, I think it's like thumbs up, thumbs down. I can't remember exactly. But you can write in there, what does this mean? And it creates a ticket, and someone will follow up with you immediately. I don't have to call anybody. I don't have to log in somewhere and put in some kind of case or something. Like, it's so simple, so simple. And I appreciate that. So I say all of that to say, we have lots of new things coming in the horizon, and we are super excited about it. The knowledge base is coming. Yes, the knowledge base moving to Freshdesk. That is going to allow our agents to have a solution right there while they're looking at the ticket. They don't have to go somewhere else. Go click another tab. Come back over here to Freshdesk. We won't have to do that. I'm super excited about that. I'm also excited about next steps for our customer portal for our customers, to have self-help options, to have an easier way to reach us quicker if they don't like email so much, So lots of good things coming.
That is incredible. Are you telling me that we already have all of these things available to us right now?
Yes.
We're just not using them?
That is correct.
And we're going to use them because of this amazing list that our customer success manager, Uday, provided for us?
You got it.
Oh my gosh, get out of here. Okay, cool. Are there any unexpected ways that Freshdesk has added value aside from what Alicia just walked us through? Anita, anything you want to add there?
Unexpected ways? I think I referenced this in the last podcast, that just the quick time that we reduced our resolution time. That's been amazing to me. That we are able to so quickly resolve customer issues. And I think, again, it's just, it goes back to the work that Alicia and Sam done, and making sure that everybody is up to speed and knowing how to work the platform. But again, the automations that are in there, the less scrolling that the people have to do to find what they need. It's just an easier platform to use, and that's showing in the results that we're getting. So I don't know if maybe it was a little unexpected, because I thought it would take us a little time, a little runway, before we really start seeing better results. But like I said, it happened almost immediately. So that's the unexpected part for me, that we've seen such gains in such a short amount of time.
Love that. Love that. Thank you. I know, again, I'm just the guest host, but I, of course, have to chime in because I was a part of the project. So sorry. But I think the one word that comes to mind for an unexpected way that it's like surprised me is trust, which sounds weird. But in our previous solution, trying to view tickets and filter to, have different views of different ticket views, or ticket lists, I should say, was very difficult, very clunky. And if you checked one thing wrong, or you listed one, title wrong, you weren't confident that you were getting the whole list. So tickets could just be out there that you don't know are out there, and our customers are impacted by that. So in Freshdesk, there are a lot of different customizations that you can add for your filtering to view tickets, but then there's always an all open tickets view. So you never have to worry that tickets are just out there in someone's list that no one's looking at, or that customers are out there not being taken care of or handled the way that you expect them to be. So trust was a huge, huge one for me.
The dashboard in Freshdesk is amazing also. One of the pain points that everyone, the supervisors and managers, would mention all the time, or in the different meetings, is that they couldn't get the dashboard to look the way they wanted it to look. It wasn't producing the information that they wanted to produce. And using Freshdesk dashboard, we've gotten nothing but great feedback. Nothing but great feedback. And even the reporting is great. Although we didn't have a lot of training on reporting, it's still better than what we were using before, and we've gotten a lot of good feedback from that too. They want more training so they can enjoy it more.
Great call out, Alicia. Thank you for adding that. Okay, we're going to switch gears a little bit and talk about our future. So Wes, you're the technology guy, right? Like, you're always looking at new solutions or trying to get demos on the calendar for what's new and what's coming, trying to stay ahead of the curve. What's next for Broad River with technology and customer experience?
Yeah, I'm glad you said about the demos. I want to take a step back for a second, kind of where we were at. And AI really hit the industry hard with ChatGPT launching, in early 2023. And one thing that we had started is our customer journey mapping and, where we needed to update processes and remove process waste, but also what technology could help. The biggest thing for us is we got our entire leadership team, all 16 of us together, to really kind of lay that out and understand what we could change. That was very beneficial as I drug Anita and Sam through 31 AI demos that year. And I actually did 36 myself total with that year, closer to 50 now. But I think the learnings from technology and the fast changing pace that we're in, we've got to be on the edge of this. And I think that what we've done with our overhaul of our digital transformation of our tech stack and the overhaul of the tech stack has been amazing. Just a shout out there, we reduced 22% of our cost. So it can be done. Are the possibles there? But futuristically, what's coming very, very quickly, voice bots are here. Voice bots is something we need to be thinking about. I don't know how that fits in with generative AI yet. But right behind the heels of that is this whole metaverse piece. And what does it look like from a metaverse? And how do you interact differently without having to pick up the phone and call someone or text someone? You now will just be interacting kind of like yourself. And it's just going to be just, what does the future look like? I think we have to stay ahead of that. But our whole thing with Broad River as we do this is keeping that humanized approach to it and making sure that we can get back to a human quickly and we're not so caught up in technology that we're forgetting about we work with people, our customers. Our customers have issues. We need to take care of those issues, especially in the furniture land. But I would say the biggest piece is really staying on the forefront of technology.
So many good nuggets in there. Holy cow, I'm still processing. So when you say that you can reduce the cost, the art of the possible, what did you say, 22%?
22%.
That it's doable, right? And I think the question that we want our listeners and viewers to ask themselves is the technology you're using today keeping up with industry innovation, I'll say? And if not, go find someone else who will, like Freshdesk or Freshworks, because not only did we reduce cost, but we gained so many features and capabilities. So just keep that in mind, listeners. Another little light bulb moment. On the other side of the coin, Freshworks. What's on the horizon for you guys? Give us the secret. Spill the tea. Patrick?
I will spill the tea, yes. And I loved what Wes said about using AI to empower agents. It doesn't have to be this scary thing where everybody's being pushed to a chatbot. Let's see how AI can make an agent's life easier. Because agents have a really hard job. They have to respond to customers quickly, but they also have to respond to customers with a high quality message. And those two things have kind of been at odds in the past. So what Freshworks is thinking of is how can we empower agents to respond to customers fast and well? So that's what our product Freddie Copilot does. This is going to help generate emails. It's going to help triage tickets so we know exactly what's going on with that ticket. It's going to help with reassigns. When you move a ticket from agent 1 to agent 2, how can agent 2 get up to speed very quickly? So that's one thing that we're thinking of now. And the second point I'll talk about is Freddie Insights. That's AI specifically for people managing the tool, for leaders of the tool. And what's cool about Freddie Insights that we're thinking about is from a reporting standpoint. So Alicia mentioned that earlier. We're thinking about how can we report on unstructured data. So not just an agent fills out this ticket is about X, Y, and Z, but just based on keywords, how can we kind of intuit what that ticket is about and then allow leaders to report on that? And the second piece, maybe more important piece, is proactive insights. So instead of going into a report and saying, hey, I want to see what my average handle time is this week. If there is a trend detected, proactive insights will automatically be sent to leaders and it'll say, hey, average handle time today is up 5% compared to last week. Something might be going on. Or we're getting a lot of returns all of a sudden. Maybe there's a problem at the warehouse. So instead of pulling data out of the system, we're working to push data to you.
Oh my goodness, you guys heard it here first. These are the really cool features that are coming that we don't have yet, but we can't wait for. Am I right? Like Anita, Alicia, Wes, like Insights, sign me up. I want it to feed me all of the data and all of the insights that I don't want to have to go dig for myself. So that is super cool. Thank you for sharing and spilling the tea with us today. Okay, so partnership. Obviously, I hope our listeners and viewers can feel the partnership and the relationship that we've created between Broad River and Freshworks. We really love the relationship that we've built together, and we have a lot of fun. So, hello. But how do you see us continuing in the future to achieve long-term success? Wes?
Yeah, I think first and foremost is the QBRs that we've started. I think the quarterly business reviews and creating those in person, which Freshworks has been very kind of adamant about that. And I love the in-person meetings because we really get to learn together versus over just a Teams meeting. But I think the QBR is very, very important. I think UDay has done a really good job of asking what do we want to see and learn and understand during those QBRs. So again, that partnership between the two teams. The other part that I would add is, and thank you, Lauren, for recommending me for this, but being added to the customer advisory board for Freshworks, and now not only do we have some insight to what's coming, but we are also a voice. We're also a voice for things that we may need or other retailers may need, and be able to share that and the networking that came out of there and the meetings that I've had with some of the other cab members and continue those conversations, I think is very important as well. But it's all about just continuing to foster that partnership.
Can I just say how much I love that you're also on the customer advisory board for Freshworks, because that just gives us a front row seat to wish list items, and that's really cool for us. So thank you for doing that.
Exactly.
Lauren, anything you want to add for our partnership?
I would say Wes kind of hit the nail on the head. I think let's just continue to evolve the partnership. I think using more of what we offer, continuing down the line. And it is hugely valuable to have Wes on our cab as well. I think it's really important for our leaders to hear the voice of the customer directly from our customers. And also it's a really good way to influence our roadmap, to your point, Sam. So I think it's a really good partnership overall.
Awesome. Love that. For our listeners or viewers who are not using Freshworks or Freshdesk today, any really cool success stories that you want to share with the group?
You may have heard of us, you may not have, but we have 70,000 customers across the globe. So that's just one thing to kind of show you where we play, and we're across all segments and all industries. And I think there's so many customers that we're excited about to partner with. We have customers in Asia right now who are, with our bots technology, they're at 90% deflection. So we're seeing a lot of success across the board. We have really great partners in both consumer-facing companies, but also business services. So I think we've kind of seen these wins increase over time, and we're just super excited about what the future holds for us.
Get in touch with Freshworks. Lauren, Patrick, they're your people. They're amazing. Get in touch with them. Okay, that's our plug. All right, let's bring it home, y'all. What's one word that you would use to describe this journey so far? Let's start with Patrick.
I will say exciting.
Yeah.
I think from the beginning, it felt different than other deals I've been involved with. It really felt fun and friendly. You all were very forthcoming with information, which made my job so much easier. So that was really exciting. To hear about how good of a fit your processes were for our tool was obviously very exciting for me. And now hearing about roadmap, what's coming out, and how that's going to fit with Broad River, that is exciting as well.
That was my word as well. So you and I are on the same page for sure. Okay, Alicia, what would you say your one word is?
I never have one word. Exhausting. Exciting. Happy, nervous, frustrated at times. But overall, I was so excited that I was exhausted from working, from thinking about Freshdesk from morning, noon, and night. I woke up feeling fresh because I was thinking about Freshdesk.
Thank you for your honesty there. All of the words and choosing one word. I know that's difficult for you. It's difficult for me. So I appreciate your honesty and transparency. All right, Anita, what's your one word?
My one word is proud, because I know we have the right tool that helps us take care of our customers. We have a great partnership with Freshworks and more immediately with Lauren and Patrick and UDay and the rest of the team. And proud that Alicia and Sam did an awesome job bringing this to its end and to where we are right now and continuing to do so. Proud that Wes is on the cab, and proud that the whole company is using a tool that everyone enjoys.
You're making me tear up. And you were a big part of the project too, so you need to pat yourself on the back, please. Okay, Wes, I'm going to ask you a different question. What excites you most about the future of customer experience?
So looking at customer experience, and I'm going to take a little bit of a journey here. So even 7-8 years ago, when you thought about customer service, customer called in you with a problem, you resolved the problem, and you moved on. KPIs measured that. KPIs measured how fast you were getting off the call, how fast you were handling the call, how fast you were the whole time. Not saying those aren't important, but that kind of transitioned into really customer care when you think about that. And customer care, I'm thinking back probably 5-6 years ago-ish. From that standpoint of it started to show more empathy, started to introduce really the quality of the call and customer effort and first call resolution and all of that. And then you start thinking about what is it from customer experience. And I think we can thank COVID for part of this. But the experience that our customers are going through became more important. And with that, what can we do to really kind of think ahead to that next vision of customer experience from what we're providing today? And, a term I heard recently was zero contact resolution. And what does zero contact resolution mean? Well, we take care of the issue using generative AI and bots and everything else to help us to resolve the issue the customer never even knew they had. So I think kind of that's where I really see our future heading. But again, I always will continue to say this, we got to keep the humanized approach with that as well, because we need to be able to make sure that we are resolving those issues either for the customer or when the customer calls us, because we are customer experience.
So well said, Wes. You're on a roll today. You're inspiring me. Okay, Lauren, same question. What excites you about the future of CX?
I would say the same thing. This concept of zero contact resolution has been more prominent in the last year or so. And, as an avid consumer myself, I would say this is something I'm super interested in personally, but from a technology perspective, I really want to dig into how are we supporting that from Freshworks. And I think just all of the different innovations out there around AI is super intriguing. I think at the end of the day, it's about how we accommodate that to support customer service organizations, so that the conversation is more around how we increase productivity and efficiency and have better customer service interactions overall.
Love that. You are also inspiring me for the future. I cannot wait. Okay, everyone, that's it. That's a wrap. Thank you so much for joining me in my guest host series of our Freshworks partnership and implementation. I really appreciate you all being here with me. For our podcast listeners and viewers at home, don't forget to check out more episodes at storiesfromtheriver.com. Like, rate, and subscribe.
Thanks for listening to Stories from the River. To check out more episodes, visit storiesfromtheriver.com. Join us again next week, and remember to like, rate, and subscribe to the podcast.